Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be doing more of like a sit down talk video. I'm not going to be talking about any particular books. I just wanted to talk about how my ratings and how I rate books has changed over like just the past year. So yeah, let's just get into the video. So I think one like main reason that it's changed is because I've just broadened like the genre of books I read. So then now I'm seeing so many different writing styles from so many different authors that I never like got to experience before when I was only reading like one or two genres. So that's like really opened my eyes to how like the writing style I like the best and how I think I like a book to be written best. So then some other books that I probably would have liked like a year or 2 years ago, I would have given 5 stars. I can only really give 3 or 4 because I just don't feel as fulfilled when I finish the book, because I know there's so much out there that's so like much better and suits my taste more, which is like definitely a reason why a lot of the books I read now don't get as high as ratings as I would expect them to if I'd read them a few years ago. And I think number two would definitely be the fact that I've just become less generous. That's why that sounds so like insult to myself, but I've become like more picky, and I'm now, instead of just enjoyment when it comes to rating my books, I now think a lot more about techniques and like look at it more critically than rather just my enjoyment. So that's definitely a reason why they have changed. And I think when I think about a book, I want to see that it's used suspense, and it's used I can't even think of any more techniques, but like, probably know what I mean. When you're reading a book, you don't want to like read a book that's like every sentence also like she did this, she did this, she did this. You're gonna get bored. It's gonna become very repetitive over time. And also that's another thing, if a book is really repetitive, I can't, like before I wouldn't, it wouldn't even like cross my mind that it was happening, and I would just be like, oh yeah, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. But then now, if that happens, I'm just like, I can't deal. Like, I have to bring the ratings down. And then another thing that I literally cannot stand anymore, and I think because I've read so much more now and I'm growing up as a person, I've realised that there's something that I just have to have in a book. First of all, there was this one book I read, and I think it made me realise what I like. First of all, I need chapters. When I'm reading a book, if it doesn't have chapters, it's literally going to break down the rating. Like, I know it's such like little thing, but for me, the way I read, sometimes I'm like, I just want to read a chapter, so then I'll read a chapter and then I'll stop. If a book doesn't have chapters, I just feel like I don't know where to stop. And then another thing is I need it to be grammatically correct. Like, I know some people use like grammatical mistakes to enhance like the author's experience and to tell a story through that as well, but I can't deal with it. If a sentence is started with a capital letter, I can see why you've done it, but I don't want you to do it. So please. And that's like definitely why your rating will go down if you've done something like that. Or let's say you didn't use a full stop, you just like stopped the sentence. That will really like grind my nerves. I just need it to be like, I'm not saying I need the best grammar, I just need the basic grammatical things to be in check. And I don't think if I'd read that same book like maybe 3 years ago or two, I wouldn't have seen that, and I wouldn't have known. I would have known that it was there, but it wouldn't have bothered me. But then now I think the more I read, the more like my taste becomes more of a niche, if that makes sense, and smaller than it used to be. And yeah, so that's like why I think it's changed and why I'm a lot more picky, and my ratings are a lot more spread out through the spectrum. Like before, I would never touch a 2 or 1, but like now I'm not afraid. If a book needs to be given that, it will be given that. It's not something I'm like, oh, I don't want to though, because like I liked it but it wasn't like great. So I think I'll just tell you guys like what each number for me represents, and definitely comment down below what number, like how the numbers represent for you. So 5 is like, I loved this book, I cried, I loved, I smiled, I was just like living the life with these people. That's 5. Like it was amazing. 4 is like, I enjoyed this so much, I would definitely reread it again, but it was missing something. Like I wanted a bit more emotional. I thought this like the third part of the book could have used a bit more oomph, or a bit of a cliffhanger was needed, or something's just missing. Then 3 is like, this is a solid book. Like I enjoyed it. If I knew how I was gonna enjoy it, I would have read it anyway. That makes sense. Like it's not like I wish I never picked it up, but it definitely was okay. I enjoyed the overall story. That's a 3. A 2 is like, what did I just like? Is I know like 2 and 3 seems like not a big jump, but when it's a 2, it's like, okay, so there were parts that were like, the rest of it was nah, I'm not agreeing with this. Me and this book are not compatible. That's what 2 is. Or 1 is, I wish I'd never picked up this book, and I wish I just left it where it was. That's the 1. And the thing is, the reason I can get 2s and 1s now is because I do not DNF. I've never been a DNFer. Once I start a book, I'm committed to finishing it, and I don't know why. I just feel like I can't put it down. Like I don't really, if anyone else wants to put a book down, I will have no problem them doing that. That is fine. But for me, I just can't. I'm like, no, but I have to finish it. I started it. I can't not read it. And it annoys me sometimes that I'm like that, because I wish I was just one of those people that could be like, oh yeah, it's fine. Like, don't worry. But I just can't be one of those people. So that's my problem. And that's a problem I've got to sort out by myself. That's definitely like, you know what I mean? That's definitely something I think about a lot when I'm reading, that maybe if I DNF'd this book, I wouldn't have got a 2, I would just left it. And that's also why it looks like my ratings are just like a lot more spaced out, because I remember last year when I looked at the Goodreads reading challenge, my average score I think of ratings was 4.3, but when I recently looked at it, it was like a 3.5 now, which just shows how, and like roughly I've read as many books as I did last year as I have this year. So I think it's generally just that my ratings of books have gone down, and I kind of want to do a little experiment where I reread books that have different sort of ratings and just see like, do I still enjoy them as much? Because if I do, then maybe my ratings haven't changed that much. Maybe this year I just read bad books. Like, I don't know. That'd be really interesting to see. Maybe even some of them would even go up. I don't really know. Yeah, so I feel like that's all I have to say, because I just wanted to share like how I rate books, because I think a lot of people rate books very differently. That's like a 5-star to one person could be really different to a 5-star to another person. And it's all just about personal preference, I think, as well. So yeah, remember to like this video if you agree with anything I said, and remember to comment down below what you think about ratings. Are they really a good way of like seeing how good a book is? And also remember to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.